So it all comes down to mindset every time. Every time with my clients, every time with myself, it all comes back to my thoughts and my thoughts creating my reality. So it bugs me out when people feel like starting a business is so hard. And it's kind of crazy for me because I've never felt that. For me, starting a business is easy. It is something I'm comfortable with, but it's not because I was born with some magical business skill. It's not because my parents started businesses and so I'd seen or been exposed to that and knew exactly what to do, because guess what? They never did. I had no mentors or people in my life who had done what I wanted to do. I had no special skills. I just decided that it was going to be easy, that it wasn't hard. I just didn't give myself excuses or limiting beliefs about it. If I wanted to start a business, I registered a name, I registered an ABN, I got an idea together, and I made it fucking happen. My first business, I was 7 years old. It was called Masterpiece Massages, and we would go around to family events, my sister and I, and we would paint our aunties' toenails and give them foot massages and charge like $1.75, and we did good shit. One day in the mall, I actually saw how much people charged for pedicures, went home, put my prices up, and then no one wanted to pay me. But that was my first business at 7, and yes, it wasn't registered, and yes, we didn't do anything with the money except for buy more nail polishes and buy more ice creams. But I understood really quickly, if I wanted to make money, I had to make it. My second business, I was 19, and I just studied an advanced diploma in event management and thought planning weddings for a living would be really fun. I got about 3 weddings in and realized it was definitely not for me. But that was an experience too. For me, it wasn't complicated. It's like, okay, I'm going to start a wedding planning business, put it out there, get a couple of clients, do some freelance wedding planning. I just never made it a big, hard thing in my head, even though I had no one showing me the ropes. I've never taken a course on how to start a business. I've never taken a course on how to write a business plan. I've actually never written a fucking business plan. And I'm currently running 2 very successful businesses, no business plan. It just doesn't have to be as hard as it is in your head. I have people come to me all the time and go, how did you start Bronze Addiction? This is my spray tanning company that's been running for 6 years at the end of this month, which is really exciting. And everyone's like, how did you start it? That must have been so scary. And I'm like, I decided to do a thing, spent about half a day researching online and seeing if it would work in my area, ordered some solutions, borrowed $500 off my parents, and opened a spray tanning business. And here we are 6 years later. It's really not that complicated. And I think the more we hesitate and the more we plan and the more we think it out, and we get so caught up in our own thoughts and our own self-doubt and freak out mode, it's just like all these women have incredible businesses ideas, incredible product ideas, things they want to launch and create and get out into the world. And the world needs your shit. And yet we get stuck in making it hard and overcomplicating it. And those things, those messages that need to be out in the world are still sitting on our dream boards or sitting in a Word document in our computer with nothing ever actually getting out there. I want so many women out there to realize, don't get stuck in research mode. Don't get stuck in self-doubt mode. Don't get stuck in getting it perfect mode. Some of my clients who are making $30,000, $40,000 a month in their business don't even have a fucking website, okay? There's no social media strategy. They're using basic equipment. It doesn't matter. What matters is start now. Life is happening now, and you don't want to look back and realize that you should have taken the leap sooner. I still have one regret, and that was I said for 10 years there needed to be a yoga studio where I lived, and I was like, I'll get to that. And then my beautiful friend Tanya opened one, and I'm so glad there's one here, but at the same point I'm like, why did I put that off? So stop putting it off. It's actually so much easier than you realize. You don't need to take a course to learn how to write a course. You don't need to spend 3 months learning about Facebook ads. You just need to spend an hour on YouTube, go read a couple of blogs, and then do the thing. Just do it, figure it out later, get your good shit out into the world, dive in and learn along the way. And that is the only way you'll actually make the shit happen that you want to. Anyway, random pre-kindy pickup rant, but I hope you enjoyed that. I just thought it was interesting. I was thinking about my business and I'm like, I've never written a business plan. I've never done a course to learn how to do the things I do. I've never, I just decided one day I was going to start a podcast, listened to a bunch of other podcasts and went, I can do that. And ordered a mic on eBay, downloaded some royalty-free music and created a fucking podcast. And I see other people in my community who've been 6 months launching their podcast. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing for 6 months? I don't understand. Just do the thing and get your good shit out into the world, and you can polish it up later, and you can create the fancy website later, and you can figure out your copywriting later. Just get it out there because the world needs what you have.